First one, humanitarian visionaries. I sometimes say visionary humanitarians. I sometimes say humanitarian visionaries. That's because they fit. So you can imagine that just being a visionary without having a value for the contribution to humanity, to life, that there are people who have been that in the past. They're visionaries, but they're not necessarily looking at or engaged with that vision serving life, serving humanity, serving nature, serving the well-being. And there are humanitarians who, one might say, could be absent of the vision, that they're in the kind of trenches aspect of being a humanitarian. But you put the two together, and visionary humanitarian says, I have a vision, right? There's something I see that could be not just better, but innovative and transformed or transcended from whatever is now or has been, and that in that transcendence, I can see that this vision serves the future of humanity, or the future of, because it's not just us, right? It's not just human beings on this planet, but maybe the future of life, of the evolved expression that humanity will then become. You kind of with me here? And there are many, many examples. Now, when I think about visionary humanitarians, and actually when I ask people about who they see to be visionary humanitarians, I often first get the list of people that we've kind of been graced to receive and to have as, let's say, role models over the years, over millennia or decades. So visionary humanitarians, Jesus Christ. Visionary humanitarian, Oprah Winfrey. Visionary humanitarian, Martin Luther King. Visionary humanitarian. Can you see, like, there's a Gandhi, there's a Mandela, once you get on with it, you can start saying that these are the people, John Kennedy. So there are people who have throughout time, and while I named people who are mostly recent, there are people throughout time, going back millennia and millennia and millennia, who have been visionary humanitarians. What's different today is that we're not... What's different today is that you can be an every day, an every person, and almost an anybody visionary humanitarian. And I say that with the most grace, because this is not about celebrity. Being a visionary humanitarian is not about fame or notoriety or how many people's lives you've changed or how impactful the vision was that you had. It's about you living your vision from, when I point here, I'm actually referring to the third eye, like from vision, or from the vision of your own heart, or from the vision of your own profound, deep healing to, or vision to serve through healing your ancestry. Like, vision can be embodied anywhere or expressed anywhere through your body. And that anybody visionary humanitarians are important, essential today. And essential. Even with all our attention that we put on celebrity and fame, it's the everybody visionary humanitarians who are those who make this soul group diverse and rich. Now, you may have a platform, you may have vision in such a way that comes through you, that your humanitarian expressions do have you have some position of celebrity or notoriety or recognition. You may have your voice of your vision come through in such ways as you speak or write or sing or channel, or like there's so many ways to do this, right? Or you may bring your vision through your leadership capacities, and in that, the way you run a board meeting or a small company or a huge company or a foundation, that you then are maybe one that's perceived to have more impact. But this isn't a hierarchy. Remember, we're all in this together. And you are also essential as a member of the Soul Group, Visionary Humanitarians. So I can notice myself wanting to take a big, deep breath, because Visionary Humanitarians feel like this. They feel so big. And it can be distancing, that bigness. It could be one of the things that comes in to be a veil that separates us from one another. And what's extraordinary to me about visionary humanitarians, is that one of the ways in which we will participate in this time of great change is that we will continue to dismantle the illusions that have us think that it has to be big. You know, this has been one of the things that has challenged me most in honoring that I am among this soul group, in acting from and making choices from this soul group as it lives in me. This idea that it has to be so big, so then I have to be so big. And while I am big energetically, and I am big in my capacity, bigness is all relative. You may be louder or stronger or have greater reach than the person who lives 5 doors down from you. But it doesn't mean that they're less impactful or contributing in their visionary humanitarianism. The other thing I want to say before we move on to the next group is that this can often sound like, that I've heard from feedback, it can often sound that visionary humanitarians are what we've often called activists. But here's a key difference. Activism, as we look back at it, has often been taking a stand against what is. So there's a fight in that. There's a very strong polarity that we're acting out from activism as we've known it. To act with the intention to facilitate change does not require, I want to say this really clearly, to act with the intention to facilitate change does not require that you engage in a fight. It does not suggest that what is wrong, or what was must be changed. It's actually quite arrogant. It's quite arrogant for us to take that stand. However, it's been important up till now, right? So I'm not making it wrong that it's been how it's been done, but the visionary humanitarian of today will look to see new ways to engage in facilitating change. And the vision they have and their intention to contribute to humanity and to life will help facilitate that more easily and help bridge the polarities in such a way that they stop existing as up against each other.